Every once in a while, I'll come across an actor, artist, creator whose work I really like and continue to follow. And since I like Star Trek, I do follow some of the actors' other projects. The person I found myself admiring the most was Wil Wheaton. I was actually introduced to him through The Big Bang Theory. I haven't seen a ton of Next Gen, maybe 10 episodes max, but on The Big Bang Theory, he plays Sheldon's archenemy. He plays a jerk version of himself, and he's very, very funny in it. I've also seen Stand By Me, which is an excellent film. One of the reasons I support him so much is because he got a lot of unwarranted hate as Wesley Crusher for stuff that really wasn't his fault, and he overcame it. I'm somebody who also likes a lot of very unpopular things and have to defend myself a lot. Even one of my favorite Star Trek episodes, Plato's Stepchildren, is one of the most hated, but the psychology of that episode is so brilliant. That's what I really like about it. It can't have been easy to deal with fans hating your guts for stuff that's beyond your control. Even he hated Wesley Crusher. But I admire the fact that he overcame that. I love seeing him in interviews or acting in something. He always has a very strong presence. He's always very funny, very engaging. And I've read a lot about him. He's very honest on his Instagram. He talks a lot about his life. And seeing what other stuff he's dealt with in his life, I truly admire how he's come out as such a funny, engaging, passionate person who is very, very active, has a lot of hobbies, is passionate about things, continues to make the best out of things, even through the struggles. He's talked about how he did not come from a loving family, how his mother was narcissistically living through him, and his father was very abusive and very belittling to him. He dealt with a lot of bullying at school. Then he never really liked being a teen idol, so he was dealing with crap from fans and crap from his classmates. And he overcame that. Still struggles with a lot of issues, but he continues to make the best of it. And he acknowledges when it's hard. He acknowledges when things suck and depression kicks in. But again, I truly admire the resilience. And again, he's also a big nerd. Support. I love that. There was one interview I saw where a little girl asked him a question about dealing with bullying, and he gives her this very, very kind, patient, thoughtful answer that was truly admirable. It was clear that it came from experience, and very, very clear he knew what he was talking about and really empathized with what this girl was going through. And he's clearly somebody who's good at his craft too. If you see him in sketches or performances, there was another performance with Neil deGrasse Tyson that was very, very engaging. He's always very engaging when he's on screen, when he's playing a role, or he's just in an interview, or he's telling a story. He's a very good storyteller. Obviously, he spent years at the craft. I admire that he has passions and interests outside of that. I've seen that he brews his own beer. I've seen he's into Batman. I've seen he bakes bread. I've seen he takes photos of his dog. All really cool things. I like the way he stays sane when things are crazy and when depression kicks in and when all your baggage comes crashing down. He definitely doesn't shy away from the rough stuff. He doesn't shy away from how hard things have been. He's very open about that, how hard things can be and what he's dealt with in his life. I find that very, very admirable, especially now that a lot of people want to cultivate an image of perfection. A lot of people try to cover up their dark pasts, and he's confronted that. He's definitely at a point where, again, it is still very, very hard, but he's come very, very far. that's a really, really cool thing to see. Someone who continues to remain passionate, resilient, open, honest, and acknowledging that sometimes you still continue to deal with rough stuff, even however many years after something happened. Especially being in the public eye for so long. Can't have been easy. But he keeps going. I find, again, I love his passion. I love how he's so nerdy about things. I like that he does continue to stay sane. I like watching him on screen in a role or in an interview. The comedy. It's all very fun to watch. So, all really good stuff. All very much true to Star Trek values. A really cool person. A cool entertainer. Passionate, resilient. Stuff that necessary to keep going through life. Stay sane. And live long and prosper.